What is up, everyone? Pass.the.jamz here, back with another video, and today we're going to talk about something a little bit more different, especially since a big artist, aka the King, is back, everyone. Kendrick Lamar is going to be releasing his new album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, next Friday, almost a week from now, if you are considering the midnight release, or sometimes the album will come out at 11 p.m. for some areas within the United States. Just stay tuned for that. Keep that in mind. If y'all didn't know that before, now you know. So, anyways, originally I was going to make this video about discussing what I think is going to be from his upcoming album, and what exactly I think he's going to be exploring. What I wouldn't necessarily what my expectations are. I wanted to give my insight on what I could potentially expect, not what I'm expecting from him necessarily, just what I think I could potentially expect for him to do in the new album. But then I started thinking more and more about the label that he's in and the message that he sent to his label and to the fans when he started writing the album. I believe it was back in September of last year, in 2021. To sum it all up, I'll probably put on the screen right here, but he said that this was his last album that he's going to do with his label TDE. TDE has, they've been backing him up ever since 2010, I believe. And, it is sad to see Kendrick Lamar leave TDE, Top Dog Entertainment, because, that was his home, that's his group, and I think that he has done very well with every single member that he has collabed with. The chemistry is just so amazing with all of his members, and it is unfortunate that he is going to leave after this album. He's not necessarily retiring, he's just leaving the label and probably going to venture forth and create his own label. That's what I think he's going to do. But the core of this video is going to be that TDE might be finished. I know. Top Dog Entertainment might be finished after Kendrick Lamar leaves. And I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar, oh my god, just because he's leaving, they're just gonna be falling down and struggling to keep themselves up as a label. But Kendrick Lamar is their golden boy, Kendrick Lamar is bringing in the numbers, bringing in sales. He is the face of TDE ever since he released Good Kid, Mad City. Honestly, back in 2012, it's just really difficult to kind of see your main artist go. It's like having your number one champion of the world, and then he decides to just leave and quit fighting. Although Kendrick Lamar is not necessarily quitting rapping, I just think that now TDE has to really ground themselves and establish themselves more than just Kendrick Lamar. And because they have other amazing artists other than Kendrick Lamar, their second being Schoolboy Q, yet he is hinting at also actually retiring after his next album, which is also coming out soon, possibly in the fall. He has hinted to that as well. And then as much as there are amazing other members on here, they are also getting older and possibly going to be leaving as well and starting their own thing. Just like J-Rock, who has also been alongside Kendrick Lamar ever since they got signed together. And then you also have Absol, who is also releasing another album soon, possibly late fall or maybe early next year. I'm not really entirely sure about that. But then you have another artist who is showing signs of a little bit of a struggle, if you will, with Top Dog Entertainment, which is Isaiah Rashad. I'm not gonna get too into detail with his whole videos that got released or whatever, but when he did Coachella when he performed in Coachella, he performed for 2 weeks, and they were both on Saturday. And during his performance, I can't really bring up the video now, but I was watching it live with other people, and he was performing a couple songs, and then an artist that was with him I think it was Hugh Augustine, was shouting out Isaiah Rashad, and the crowd was going wild. Then he shouted out Top Dog Entertainment. He's like, "Oh, give it up for Top Dog!" And Isaiah Rashad cut him off. He's like, "Nah, f that." And I was like, "Whoa!" And I looked at some of the people in the room. I was like, "Whoa, what was that about?" That was crazy. So I don't know. Maybe Isaiah Rashad has some issue with Top Dog Entertainment, given that some of those videos were released, and maybe Top Dog wanted to maybe discuss that with him. Maybe they don't agree with what happened. I don't know. I'm not assuming anything in part of Top Dog Entertainment. I mean, he seems like a very nice guy. Loves his artist. But I feel like there is something going on behind this. There's something going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing as fans. And it's like I said, you have two major artists who are, well, one confirmed that is leaving, which is Kendrick Lamar, your golden boy, the one who rakes in everything. Then you have another potentially high authority artist who also brings in a lot of clicks and fans, which is Isaiah Rashad, who is potentially leaving as well. And then I just mentioned Schoolboy Q also hinted at retiring after this next album. So that's three. That's three artists that is potentially leaving. Then you have other artists who are already been in the label who are not necessarily keeping it up to par. I gotta say, Reason, I'm not really a fan of that guy. I mean, ever since he got signed, back in 2016? Yeah, not really feeling him. Like, just can't. Um, the only one that and Lance Skywalker as well. Not even promoting his latest stuff as much. The Tale of the Tapes or something like that. Yeah, Top Dog Entertainment's not even promoting the guy's stuff anymore. That's really sad considering that your own label is not backing you up. And then you have artists who they are signing. They're trying to replace these other artists that are leaving, and it's not hitting. Ray Vaughn, remember the EP that I reviewed back a couple months ago? I believe it was like 4 or 5 months ago. His EP that he released leading up to the signing of TDE, gave it a 5 out of 10. Don't really know what's going on. Can't really establish himself. Yes, he's very young. Is there potential? Yes. But it's not something to freak out about or be excited for, because why would we have this when we could still have the artists that we love today? Sorry, with TDE. Then we have the latest signee, Doechii, female rapper. Kind of heard a few songs here and there. Also, don't really know what the whole idea is. Just I'm maybe trying a little bit too hard, not really hitting with the energy that she's giving off. I love it. I love the enthusiasm that she's giving off, but the execution is just not there. I am really afraid for Top Dog Entertainment. There are multiple artists. One confirmed that is leaving, and it's their top dog. It's their top dog that's leaving. Then you have other major artists in their label that are hinting at leaving, have issues with the president, Top Dog himself. I don't know. Then you have them signing these other artists that are just not up to par. I really don't know what's going on. What I hope for Kendrick Lamar is to maybe give some explanation. That would be really interesting to see, given that he did Duckworth back in Damn, and he was talking about Top Dog, how him and his uncle had known each other back then, and almost got into a little squabble, if you will. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I don't know. Top Dog might be finished. We just have to see what happens next. Anyways, that is the video. Let me know if y'all like it. Make sure you share and subscribe. Peace and stay safe.